We're back! At least the normal size.
That's good. Just, yeah, I still haven't been able to get that image out of my head.
Yeah. So
I can imagine in a similar position, I would just well, maybe not so much freak the fuck out. I'd just be like, oh god.
Yeah. So we are gonna go for this first. So
is that a pipe?
No. So behold the main MacGuffin we need to try and get. It's called the Jabberwock Eye Staff, and it was unfortunately split into various pieces. But if the whole staff is reunited, if the whole staff is constructed again, it's a staff that is powerful enough to fire a laser beam and blast right through the shield of the Red Queen's castle, and thus we can, stop her. Oh, goodness.
Well, assuming...
Don't jump in lava.
Yeah. Assuming we don't do shit like that, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Wouldn't it be also cool if you could actually use that laser just to pierce right through the Queen of Hearts? Well,
oh, you can.
The heart.
You can actually you can't actually use it as a weapon in other circumstances. It's just like I hate these things. If they shoot you with your lasers, they'll freeze you for a time. They can't do a lot of damage themselves, but if you're in a crowd of enemies and they freeze you, you're kind of at the mercy of the other enemies too.
They're more of a nuisance than anything.
Yeah. What was I saying? But yeah, you can use the freaking boojums. You can use the laser beam on other enemies, and it'll just wipe them out. It's so cool. Not only does it fire off a laser beam, but when you're done firing it, it then releases an explosive magic round.
Interesting.
It is the OP weapon, but it also drains. Meta essence like no one's business. Oh goodness.
Which makes sense.
Always gotta have a trade-off.
It's our BFG.
Or Resident Evil Magnum.
Oh yeah, or that weird gun that they gave you at the end of 7, which I don't know what that was supposed to be. It was like this cool railgun pistol that it was like a loud gun when you fired it. Oh,
and I think that game was trying to go for a little more gritty realism.
Filled with malice.
Yeah.
Is the daring
then again, we still have that Black Ooze, whatever that stuff was, so that's out the window.
The Red Queen is possible only after you crush her.
So the Oracle, no idea who he is, the Oracle is telling us that we must kill the Jabberwock. Which is unfortunate, because the Jabberwock is kind of a big metaphor, which is like, it represents our guilt. Which is horrible because Alice shouldn't feel responsible for any of this. None of this was her fault, but she feels guilty being the only survivor.
Survivor's guilt.
Right.
Checkmate is
so apparently, one piece of the Jabberwock staff is in the Pale Realm, which is referred to that by the Pale Realm is Chessland.
Huh, quite literally a chess.
And the red pieces, as you can imagine, red is bad.
Of course.
So it's the Red Queen.
Oh gosh, lava things.
Oh great, even the lava comes to life.
Yeah, don't mind them. But yeah, I'm just gonna move on my way. Hey, don't.
The shape from a distance sort of reminds me of the Ice Titan from Hercules, just by a hair.
I can remember that.
Oh, Jordy, don't say that. It's too soon.
Why?
I mean too soon.
By a hair.
I'm so sorry. I didn't. No.
You soiled the hair's good name. Soiled it.
Oh, that's what you. Oh, whoops.
What do you think I
I'm gonna go
was
away.
He'll be fine.
Woozy and disoriented.
Oh.
The regularity of the board.
So, yeah, first off, don't even care about the whole, oh no, how can a pawn attack me? I'm not a diagonal piece. The red pieces don't care about the rules.
Screw the rules. Screw the rules. I have money.
And be careful, they can actually do a lot of damage up close. We are going to start encountering tougher and tougher enemies, which you never get any upgrades to your health, which means you got to start using your weapons better.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, screw the rules. Do you see the layout of this chessboard?
This is some weird 4D space chess kind of shenanigans here.
Yeah, this is something that only people with the power of anti-gravity can hope to achieve.
Yeah.
Which we clearly don't have.
Ow.
Hey!
Excuse me, you pawns. We're going to Looking Glass Land into the Pale Realm.
Oh boy.
Look at that clock.
Look at that sky. Look at this world.
This world.
Feels a bit flat.
Fortunately, it looks like we play for the... Don't whites go first in chess, or is it blacks go... Or is the colored set
I
first?
don't know who goes first, actually.
Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's black, sometimes it's auburn. It depends on the chess set you get. I actually have a really cool Disney-themed class chess set my grandma gave me.
Oh, really? Well,
Cool.
Oh gosh, rooks.
who represents?
Oh god, I forgot. It's downstairs. I have a newer one though. It's like I had the glass set, which I don't know who plays what. I have a newer set where Beauty and the Beast are the queen and king.
Ah, okay.
And then the what are you?
That's a very nice caricature.
Oh, it's a walrus holding the carpenter.
Oh.
It's just a fountain buff or whatever. So prepare for transmogrification, because that is, as you can see, a bishop. And how do
Yep.
bishops move on the chessboard?
Diagonally, right?
I think so.
Hello.
Yeah. So we have a little puzzle here, which now we're going to start. These, I think there's only like 3 of the, maybe 2 or 3 of these, where we just now have to start moving like a bishop to avoid falling into a pit, or falling or getting hit by a spike. So it's not too hard. Just move in the move in the direction of safety, and you'll be fine.
Now I'm just suddenly thinking back to all those isometric games I've played on the Genesis, like Landstalker, where you only could move in 4 directions.
Oh yeah, I was looking at this, and like the arrows were also reminding me of that of the treasure hunting stuff in Sly 3.
Yeah, that stuff. That's alright.
I had fun with it. I enjoy solving the little puzzles, but yeah, it did seem like padding.
That entire chapter, I would argue, is felt padded.
Yay, we got a mirror, which basically gives us temporary invisibility.
Oh, okay then.
Which is cool, because it means I can move past these guys and hopefully not get seen while I try and find a safe path, because the bishops fire lasers. If you want to see how long you have of an item, just look in the lower right, and the closer that thing gets to the far right side is when it'll wear off.
So, by the way, what was that whole deal with Amy being able to turn invisible in Sonic 06?
I don't know. Is it supposed to be that she's like very self-conscious of herself, or like take these guys?
It's
out
just
first?
something she could do. Like they never explained it or anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Tails can make fake rings. I know he couldn't that one game, but the fact that he would continue to do that just makes sense.
Those I could just argue that were something he invented. Not sure what the hell deals with Amy though.
Oh gosh, knights.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Sanctuary!
Hurry!
Oh gosh,
Sanctuary!
Pawns.
Oh god, so much for Sanctuary. It's already being occupied.
I'm just gonna chill out here. I'm gonna take some little pot shots with the cards while I defend my land.
How ironic. For some reason I can see the irony in that. Taking pot shots in a tub.
I can see that. I don't see anything here. Oh, this looks like a little secret. Yeah, it's just
more health.
essence. Okay, well, how about the
Yeah.
other door? Yeah, these. Oh gosh, especially the next level, they can kind of get a little labyrinthian unless you know where you're supposed to go. Oh dear.
Oh. And there's no indents, so you can't even tell where they're popping out of until it's too late.
Yeah, to pay attention. Oh jeez. So I've been on this kick of looking up Rhythm Heaven stuff. So I actually I wasn't able to actually try any of the official games out because I don't think I would enjoy it as much because like what I'm really enjoying about Rhythm Heaven are all these custom mega mixes people make. I didn't know this, but apparently there actually is like, oh no,
Oh!
there's a pond.
There goes Whitey.
I didn't know this, but apparently there's actually like a tool like a la Mario Paint music keyboard, whatever. There's a tool like that allows you to pull the sound fonts and like create your own Rhythm Heaven mega mixes using all the currently existing games.
That's
Which I thought
interesting.
was neat.
I mean,
Yeah, like it all shows up on a timeline, kind of like any other program. Oh, switch.
how? I mean, I always thought the whole process behind that was so complex, considering like you don't see too many mods like that, especially for a game like Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, well, no, see, that's the thing. I don't think you can play the mods, but like this is like, if you've ever seen someone make a video, that's how they did it. Like,
Oh, so they weren't
like,
playing the game; they were just actually having the mod do it themselves.
Yeah, well, first they make the audio, which they'll make the custom track with the audio, and then it usually requires someone else to go in and edit the models themselves to make it all, I guess.
Well, that's fair. I'm just kind of surprised that all this can be done in the first place. Just to show how far we come.
I know, but if someone knows any way that if someone knows of some way it's possible to load these custom mega mixes or stuff, I would love to, just because some of them look so fun and cool to try, and how they use them. Just that's the thing is the tap dancing monkey level doesn't look that interesting to me at on its surface, but hearing the rhythms be used in other games or cheerleaders. By itself, the cheerleaders rhythm isn't really one I like, but when I hear the cheerleaders, sounds being used in other things, I enjoy that a lot more.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far against Rhythm Heaven, because I do still remember having quite a bit of fun doing Rhythm Heaven Fever for the channel, and Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix in itself isn't bad either. It's just my only complaint with that game is that I don't know if it's just the system itself, but it doesn't feel quite as impactful on the 3DS than it does on the big screen.
Yeah,
which is why I'm kind of hoping there's a Rhythm Heaven for the Switch.
I would love if there was a Rhythm Heaven totally. Some sort of what was that version? What was that version of Rhythm Heaven called? Where there was a bit. Oh, okay, now we have to control a knight.
Oh boy.
These ones, as shown there, move in a weird L shape. So you need to move. You need to move forward 2 squares and move to the side in 1 square.
Oh, my specialty.
So we'll go. The shape passes. So it looks like I could go 1, and then go over left 2, and that would complete 1 L movement.
Yeah.
Keep going. Anyway, and don't worry, the game won't let you make an illegal move. All you really have to worry about is just choosing which direction to go through, and the game will handle the spaces from there.
Right.
So go to the
That's
left
what
to make
the
that.
arrows
What was the name of that Rhythm Heaven game that combined things from every other game?
That was Mega Mix.
Okay.
For the 3DS.
Alrighty.
It is a good game, but I would say if you have the money to spare, then give it a shot.
But I do agree with you. I think I would love to hold out and see if it can come on the Switch, because I would love that.
Yeah, I doubt they'll do another Mega Mix though. They'll probably just make a brand new game, which I wouldn't mind personally.
All right.
Although I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of them return. Most of the ones that we showed off in the look at, the monkey golfing one. That one had a really good song, and of course the Lovers on the Bench.
That's a good one. I like the rhythm of the one with the cat and dog playing badminton or tennis or whatever.
That one's fun though. Fuck getting the star achievement on that one.
What's the star achievement?
Every level has a certain part in the song where you get the chance to grab a skill point or a star, in other words. And I forget the stipulation for basically what it is that you have to get the rhythm down perfectly.
Which that's always the thing. And I remember I remember my first exposure. Sorry, we're talking slow. Jordy, have you had any experience with rhythm games?
I'm pretty sure I have at least a couple. Space Channel 5 was one of them, as you recall.
Oh, classic.
Space Channel 5.
I was big into that at the time.
Okay, fine, full disclosure. I almost was willing and was about to do a commentary of that and the second one for the channel, because I own both.
Uh-huh.
PS2. Oh, on what system? The PS2?
PS2.
Ugh.
Never forget Space Michael.
Yes.
So I would have, but it turns out I suck too badly.
Space Channel 5, from what I remember, is you have to be damn near pixel perfect with your rhythm.
You have to be. It takes a while to learn the timing of when you should do it. Let's just say this: I've beaten both games. I load up the first game for the first time in a long while. I can't even get past the first encounter with the frickin' what are they called again? The aliens? The
Morolians, I think.
Something like that. The first encounter you have with them, I was already sucking and already lost, and because between the two games, especially in the PS2, I can imagine, not only do you have to be pixel perfect, and you have to it probably would take me a few times to learn the timing of when to push it. Like, do I push it before the beat, after the beat? And then whatever you learn in the first game, it changes in the second game. The timing of when you push things changes.
Huh.
They didn't keep it consistent, so...
Yes.
Where you would have had to...
Which reminds me, like... am I the only one weirded out that they only released the second Space Channel 5 on, like, more
GameCube?
recent consoles?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be blunt and say that the first game was a little more difficult than the second one, and I guess that one's just more. The second one's just more memorable.
Okay, that would explain it. What the hell?
They've captured the queen!
Oh no!
Not the White Queen.
And they're taking her off to their side of the board.
To the brig.
Those tentacles are helping them.
Something about those tentacles.
Oh, you guys are showing up too. Oh
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
we're
I think
surrounded.
we might
God.
want to fight him off.
You got surrounded there.
So yeah, we've made it to the White Castle, and now, no, they don't sell horrible burgers. We now need to try and go inside. Gosh, die please. I need more meta essence. But yeah, so you played Space Channel 5. Any other ones you played?
Well, there's Guitar Hero. There's
Classic.
I don't know if any of the karaoke games count as a rhythm game. Does it?
I could
Close
see
enough.
it.
Like, I played Karaoke Revolution. I played... I'm trying to remember what it was called. Boogie Superstar, I think?
Oh yeah, with the Wii, with like that. The only thing I never actually played it, but all I remember is that it featured them singing "You're the One That I Want" on the trailer.
Yes.
How did that work? Because I don't. Does the Wii have a microphone?
It does. The game itself does come with one of those USB microphones.
Ah, okay.
Kind of similar to how they have them in Guitar Hero.
Alrighty.
All I think back to whenever I hear about Boogie is that Not Patrick character.
Yeah, the guy was like, the guy who was singing the "I got cheese, they multiply." He looked like some weird string cheese Patrick.
String Chief Patrick, yeah, that's essentially what he was.
But okay, that's fair. The trick to these knights guys isn't too hard. They have this weird like they'll prepare to swing and then they'll swing. So if you know the timing of that, it's actually really easy to kill them by just like inching close and then quickly backing up after you hit. Because then by then, like their strike takes so long to swing, they're just whiffing at air at that point. Oh, and the HD, as you can see, the HD remaster also changes some of the portrait textures and the portrait images.
Oh,
Everyone
that's
was like,
wow, I like
apparently
it.
these guys have an Alice appreciation porch, but then I realized, oh wait, that's a fan made thing or fan implemented thing. So okay, what was on there originally?
I forget. I've never.
Was it a low res Alice?
Probably.
Possibly. Like I could see that being the case. All right, we have come, O White King.
Does he speak?
Do I have permission to castle, or is that in the next turn? Oh, rooks, please.
He only speaks
I
in
come in
silence.
peace. I come in peace. As a
I
chess
come in pizza.
The Red Queen's forces are strong and show no mercy. Our own queen is in terrible danger.
Yes.
I saw her captured. I'm sorry.
Without her generalship, Red Winds were doomed.
Yeah, the king doesn't really do much in
As am I. If
chess.
I can't pass through this
Yeah,
wall.
that's a
I
shame.
must
What's
get
about
the closest
Wonderland?
to
What is
Jabberwock's
about
face.
Wonderland and
Freedom
having
Queen,
having
standing her
pathetic
forspoken.
husbands,
I'm
little
not really
kings?
a player.
Oh yeah, the red
What are the
king.
rules?
Oh yeah, the freaking and the king.
There are no
Hooray!
rules.
Just
There's
the
barely
one
any
fan.
strategy. No time. Make a frontal assault on the Red Castle. I won't lie to you. You'll meet deadly traps.
So
and
we are to
opposition
lead
along the way.
a
Should I be
Metal
grateful
Gear
for the truth?
Solid-esque strike
or
on
two
the
might
Red
have been
Castle
more
in enemy
persuasive.
territory.
Honestly, he says like you will have to worry about traps. It's like,
You won't
yeah,
face the
not much different from what
enemy.
I've been dealing with
Carry
already.
a soldier to the White
Oh,
Queen.
and spoilers to those who understand the rules of chess. We're going to carry this pawn with us.
Hello, Mr. Pawn.
I'm sure.
Cute.
I'm sure that
Only
won't.
a
I'm sure
pawn's
that
the
won't
best I
cause
can
anything to
hope for.
change. Again, spoilers to anyone who actually knows the rules of chess and what happens if I carry this guy to the other side.
Rooks know the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a rook shall take me to a portal that they have, because apparently they had one this whole time. That'll just take me right to the front gates of the Red Kingdom.
Oh well, ain't that convenient?
There we
They-
will fight the Red King, because there's this thing where, like, I'm trying to figure this out. I never, for the longest time, I always paired the two together, but, like, I guess, like... So, there is a difference in Alice in Wonderland lore between the Red Queen and the Queen of Hearts?
Yes.
Because, like, well, even in this game, they kind of blur it together. They call her the Red Queen, but she is basically the Queen of Hearts, and then...
Yeah.
In... I'm all confused.
They didn't quite read all that through.
So was the Red Queen supposed to be from Chessland with, like, the chess pieces, or...?
I think so,
Initially?
yeah.
Because we're gonna fight the Red King, but, yeah, spoilers, we don't see a Red Queen anywhere. Please die. Stop it! Sheesh. Yeah, and of course the Disney version just kind of forgot about a lot of this stuff.
Well, to be fair, they can only fit so much into a 30, 40-minute movie.
It was
Yeah,
actually an hour long. It wasn't 30, 40 minutes.
it was just 1 hour long, really?
Dang, not bad.
As far as I remember from watching it last night, yes.
Wow. Time flies. Alright, so with that, thank you so much for watching. In the next part, we will go and cast Checkmate.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Bye, everybody.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.